Shut up and sit down.
Turn off while side by side video. I'm going to start making the false boot floor for the GR Sport. So I've got my sheet of aluminium here now on my car lift that I use when I'm working on the cars in the workshop. I'm going to start cutting out the two panels. But the first thing I'm going to do is cut out the little cutouts. I'm going to just spot holes into all the corners, so when I jigsaw it out I've got something to go into, so I'm not going into sharp edges. So let me bring you along in the process of making the boot floor. So here we go. I've drilled holes in the corners is so when I grind, I've got something to grind up to, and then when I go the other way I've got something to grind into there. Plus I want radiuses in all the corners. So let's take this little piece out now. You might be asking, why am I not using the bandsaw? The reason being is the bandsaw's set up for cutting wood, and I'm not going to put aluminium onto my bandsaw. So I'm going to cut that section out now. And then that lets me work with a smaller piece of material. What I've done first is I've scored. I've not cut all the way through. I've scored down my pencil line. So now I'm just going to work my way until I've removed this section. And then that leaves me very little down there and one long edge to cut on that one. And I'll do the same with that. I'll just score and then I'll cut them off then. But I have left excess metal on all of these edges so I can trim to size afterwards. So let's get that piece off. I could have done this with a jigsaw, but... and I'm using 1mm thick cutting discs. rough cut blank here now. So what I need to do now is just drop it into place. Well, it fits quite nicely around here, and I didn't want to come right to the edge of the plastic. I wanted to leave a gap because I'm going to put a rubber insulator on here for it to sit on. But I'm sitting on enough of that. I'm going to do some trimming here now. It's sitting on that one very nicely. That one's not tight, it runs across there on the seat. That was the bit that worried me. Was the seat going to go down? Yes, it does. That gives me a much better load area. So let's put the seat back up. It's sitting on the wheel, which I wanted. Right, it's tidy up and trim time now. I didn't want these being stupid tight, because if they were tight, they were going to be an absolute, utter nightmare to get in and out. So I'm going to clean these edges up now and then do any messing around I need to do. And then flip this one over and try it on the other side. But first I need to clean all these edges up. So I'm actually going to put that I'm going to put it there and do some work on that. And I'm going to do it with a flap disc. As always, battery out. And now we've got our rough shape. Let's see how it fits. It's there, sits there. I've got some more trimming to do here. Let's go get a pencil and mark that. I don't want it up against the plastic. Bit more grinding. I'll put that on in a minute. I've just created the clearance I want. so it's not touching the plastic. We're not touching any of this panel now, and we're sitting on that lip, and we're located on this piece here. You can see why I wanted to put the big radius is there, so it goes round the plastic. I am going to have to relieve it there, so when I put my plastic or rubber trim all the way around it, it's not touching the plastic and it's cushioning. There's a cushioning, but that's not going to move. So I'm going to flip that now and try it on the other side. Let me just go and get the tripod. Put you back on the tripod. And let's see how that one fits. Let's go for a walk. Get Beethoven out the car. Come on, you. So what I've got to do now is make another panel, because this one fits as nice. So I'll make the other one, lay it over the top of this one, then I'll mark, and then they can slide together. Then I'm going to put a handhold so it's easy to get out. There's going to be a few adjustments made before I'm happy with it. So let's make the other one of them now. Now I've got one that fits. Let's go back into the workshop. Build another one. So I'll make it exactly the same, then I can adjust the fit. So I'm just going to copy this now. I'm going to copy this shape because I know it works. Gives me the right clearance against the seat. That's okay. But I'm going to leave this excess metal on for now, because I want this straight edge. Because this is where the two pieces join in the middle. So they need to join perfectly. So for now, I'm just going to cut and leave that piece on. So I've only got to cut down here and that. Minimum cutting for the moment. Then I can do all the adjusting. Once I've got the two pieces in the car, I can mark everything out, square that edge up, and get that as a good square edge. And then it'll look nice. Not that you're ever going to see it once everything's put back together in the boot, but it just makes me feel happier. So let's get back to cutting. I just looked up into the garage roof and I've just found, and I've had this for ages, a roller carbon wrap. So I'm going to wrap it with carbon fibre. I'm going to wrap both of these with this once I've made them. I think that will look absolutely cool as sin. So I'm going to leave that out and use that. I think that's a good idea. It'll look really nice then. And then when you look in the boot, it'll look really, really smart. Well, you've probably just seen me put both pieces into the back of the car now. So we've basically made the false floor. Again, we're located there and there. Seats are going to fold down. Yep. We've got our clearance here. We've got our clearance between the seats. It fits in there and there nice. Now I need to find the centre line. And I'm going to use the boot latch. And we're going to cut a big chunk off that one in a straight line and then match it to that one. Oh, we're getting there. Let's see how strong it really is now I've made it. Get back in the camera and the tripod. How strong is this boot floor? That's strong. That is very strong. So I've got a cut that now, but before I cut, I'm going to go and double check my centre line. Yep, I'm happy with that centre line. So a bit more grinding to be done. So we've got both pieces cut roughly to shape. I am going to have to take some more material off this section here, so when I put some rubber stripping around it, there's a bit of clearance. But I think for now I'm just going to give these a clean up. Mark where I need to. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Yeah, I'll do that now. I want to work on that one. So I can put that one back on there. I know where it needs to come off. It needs to come off here. So let's create a bit of clearance there. So I'm nowhere near finished. Nowhere near finished. But we've got the basic shape now that I can work with. Clean the edges up. Surround it with a buffer. And then wrap it in the carbon fibre. That was what I was after, a gap all the way down there. I think it's time to dress all these now. I need to get some rubber to surround them with. Then I'm probably going to do more trimming. And then I'm going to wrap them. So let me get on with cleaning these up. Just experimenting with a bit of scrap carbon at the moment before I get into the rollers proper. Let's see if this is a possibility. I know I've done it totally wrong, but it will protect the aluminium for now, and it will stop the plastics from getting scratched until I can get the rubber I want to put around the edges of it, which I haven't got. So for now, this might seem a waste of material. It's going to stop any damage. It's nowhere near perfect. Something I'm going to have to come back to. Don't anybody ask me to wrap a car.
Terry.
Shit, Nora. It's not pretty. But for now, that's going to stop the aluminium from damaging the plastic. So let's throw it in and call it quits for today. I'm going to have another go at this wrapping lark. I think if I get it right, it looks smart. But for now, it's protecting all the edges, protecting the plastic. It'll do the job. But at the end of the day, once that's in, you don't actually see any of it. Let's make sure the boot closes. Still got some work to do. And that'll protect it for the time being. So I need to put rubber all the way around that now, just to stop it bouncing about. But I'm going to rebuild the boot, put the Suzuki back in the garage, and then I need to get gone and get to work. So I'll bring you along for the next stage after. Thanks for watching. This is going to be a long video. Well, it has been a long video. I will get dimensions for everybody that wants to do this, but for now I need to tidy up the bomb site. Yeah. Cheers for watching, everyone. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed. Please consider subscribing to the channel. We haven't finished this project.